Thanks very much, Phil, for your wonderful share. I'd like to restate that the opinions expressed by the speaker, that of the individual, and are not necessarily representative of the CA as a whole. And now to hand over to Gosia, who's been invited to share on an individual with a passion, say, for jaywalking. Over to you, Gosia.
Thanks, Lisa. I'm Gosia. I'm not really sure what to call myself these days. Addict, recover addict, relapser. Not sure. I know I'm a survivor today. Let's take a few minutes of silence for the still suffering in here and out there, please. Thank you for everyone who's been involved in putting this absolutely wonderful event together. It's nothing I've ever been to. I would also like to say thank you to Lenny, who gave me some inspiration and some ideas for this share, so really appreciate it. Before I start, I would like to ask you a question, why are you here? Why are you here? That's a good question, isn't it? You're here for a bit of fellowship love, some unity. Maybe it's opportunity for some dating, yeah? Or are you here because you've got fucking nowhere else to go? Because you lost all the hope. Have you got anywhere else to go? Have you? Where will you go? Are you desperately trying to find a way out from the prison you've been locked for years? Have all your resources failed you? That's why you're here. Let's be honest about it. I've been asked to do a share on a jaywalker. I'm a jaywalker, by the way. Don't know about you. I'm definitely a jaywalker, He tries every possible ideas, to prevent himself from jaywalking. Are you a jaywalker? Let's find out. Yeah, so it's early morning, April the 7th, 2018, my bedroom. Jaywalking has finally broke my back, yeah? I'm dying. I'm full of fear, anxiety. I'm cold, I'm shaking, I'm dying. I jaywalked again, I used again, I picked up again. I'm dying, man. My behavior has been absurd and incomprehensible with respect to the first line as of the individual with the passion for jaywalking. He gets a thrill out of skipping in front of fast-moving vehicles. I get a thrill out of taking cocaine. He enjoys himself for a few years. Yeah, I enjoyed myself for a few years. I loved it. Few years, progression. We never, ever, ever get better. Always worse. Up to this point, you would label him and myself as a foolish chap or a lady, having queer ideas about life, ideas of fun. Yeah, I had fun taking cocaine like 12 years ago. I loved it. Luck then deserts him and he's injured several times in succession. I start to suffer consequences. Things are not so great anymore, are they? Not so much fun. You would expect him and myself, if we were normal, but we're not normal, to cut it out. But neither does he, nor do I. Because we have something in common, okay? We both suffer from something which is called peculiar mental twist, which will cause us to forget the consequences. Mental blank spot that prevents normal functioning of a willpower. Let me repeat that. Prevents normal functioning of a willpower. Sound reasoning, not there. Memory, not there. He thinks jaywalking is fine. It won't hurt him this time, will it? I think my cocaine usage won't cause me as much pain as last time, will it? In that moment. Absolute insanity. Where is the thought of consequences? Where is my common sense that I prevent in every other area of my life? Where is it? Where's my memory? Not there, is it? It's there. Presently, he's hit again and has a fractured skull. Presently, I snort so much cocaine, drink so much booze, and take so many pills that I'm unable to look after my boys the following day. Within a week of leaving the hospital, a fast-moving trolley car breaks his arm. Within a week, of me not being able to look after my kids, the only thing that I love in this world, I'm doing drugs again. This time, it leaves me suicidal. He tells you he decided to stop jaywalking for good. I'm coming to a decision. It's time to stop, Gosia. It's really high time you stopped, yeah? He decided, he's committed. He thinks that by deciding, he's gonna not jaywalk again. Yeah, my pregnancy will sort my problem. Yeah, let's get pregnant, okay? Unborn child will save me. But in a few weeks, he break both legs. Few weeks, so he can go without jaywalking for a few weeks. Wow! Really? I thought he couldn't stop. But he's got a period of few weeks. I've got a period of 9 months when I'm not using. I deliver my boy and use again, baffled, incomprehensible behavior. 9 months of clean time. On through the years, his conduct continues, accompanied by his continual promises to be careful or to keep off the streets altogether. He reckons that by being careful, or keeping off the streets altogether, he's gonna be fine. He's so deluded, He's deluded. He thinks those promises, and his strategies will keep him off the streets. On through the years, I keep using, drinking, taking pills. Each time I'm swearing off, I will never do it again, Keeping busy, going to church, going to the gym, becoming fitness instructor. Discipline promises willpower. Illness progresses over the years. Finally, he can no longer work. His wife gets divorced and he's held up to ridicule. Finally, my using is that bad that I'm not sure if I'm going to survive this spree. He tries every known means to get jaywalking idea off his head. He shuts himself up in asylum, hoping to mend his ways. Here is the problem. He is still hoping. And you see his predicament. He still hopes. He still thinks there is something he can do. Finally, I'm coming to Cocaine Anonymous, hoping they will solve my cocaine problem, Meetings, gratitude list, literature, getting a sponsor. But the day he comes out of the asylum, he races in front of the fire engine, which breaks his back. Such a man would be crazy, wouldn't he? The bloody day comes that I pick up again. Such a woman would be crazy, wouldn't she? Cold morning, April the 7th, 2018. I'm dying. My back was broken. You may think our illustration of jaywalker and Gosia is too ridiculous, but is it? Here are some of the methods that jaywalker tried to keep off the streets altogether. Hospital, being careful, staying off the streets, getting jaywalking idea off his head, hoping to mend his ways, shutting himself in asylum. Me, pregnancy, relocation, marriage, gym. I could go for hours. What methods did you try to stop yourself from jaywalking? Maybe if the jaywalker saw he was hopeless to mend his ways, regardless of strategies, he would be off to the right start. He would have seen through the lie, illusion, and self-deception that there is nothing he could have done to stop himself racing in front of that fire engine. But he is beyond human aid, and so am I. I can see now I was doomed from the very start. There is nothing and there wasn't anything I could do to prevent relapse, no matter how much I tried. The willpower is non-existent. Sound reasoning and memory are not there. No thought of consequences, no effective mental defense. I've got an illness which prevents normal functioning of the willpower. Let me repeat that again. Prevents normal functioning of a willpower, which means you're going to pick up and pick up and pick up and pick up till your body says no. Because one day your body will say no. It will say no more. No more. No more. Are you a jaywalker? Are you? You suffer with the illness that leads to death, and let's be clear about it, yeah? It leads to death. And you know what? Laugh, because that's the truth. That is the truth. There's no gray areas. It's life and death. And if you sat in this room thinking there is a great area, you better get a sponsor, and you better go through those steps, and you better do what's suggested, because there's no gray areas in that. Don't really know what I'm hoping for this share cause. I'm hoping someone, even if it's one person, will realize how serious illness we're dealing with. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, in Cocaine Anonymous, I found God. And God is the only way through the process of 12 steps. God has given me just today, the defense. Through prayer, meditation, willingness, open-mindedness, honesty, integrity, I'm building a relationship with God. The relationship that will help me to save lives. Not my life, yours. Days. It's Saturday, 20th of July, Unity Day in Sheffield, probably around 2 o'clock. I'm sat here recovered from the hopeless state of body and mind. I'm free today from the misery and pain of addiction, from the pain of jaywalking. If you want to find out how I got here from that dark bedroom, come and have a chat with me. I will leave it with this. So, for the drug addict, the roots of hope will never have any suitable soil in which to grow, unless it be in the cold earth of his imminent grave. Thank you.